everyone, today is an 8/6 day. I'm very excited for it. So the FC been working on it, prepping it for paint. It goes to paint in 2 days, so it'll be the next video, all painted up, fresh start. Love it. But today we got some stuff happening on the 8/6, and I'm very excited for it. So hopefully by the end of the video we have a full exhaust on this thing, and we could finally hear this thing, well, not hopefully being super loud. I want to hear more induction noise than exhaust noise, which is a rare sight for K-Series, because every time there's ITBs, they have a fender dump, so all you hear is exhaust. So I can't even imagine what it's gonna sound like with induction noise. While we wait for the materials to show up, one thing I'm doing right now is a throttle cable, which is somewhat overlooked, I feel like, when doing engine swaps, right? One of those small pieces you don't think about. Oh, I'll get a new throttle cable. What throttle cable do I use? There's a couple of things that make it a little bit tricky, right? So you need one that will fit into your throttle body, right? Or ITBs, right? And one that will fit into your firewall and your pedal combo. You usually got to focus on the more difficult one. That one would be the ITB side, right? So these ITBs are kind of meant for one type of throttle cable, and this is a EK throttle cable, I believe. I'll have Austin put the part number right there if you somehow have Kinsler ITBs and you need the specific throttle cable, right? Not only the right barrel size, right? You got to think about that. It's also the right length here. Most engines use the same barrel size. For some reason these use a smaller one, so it made it more difficult. The weird thing is we have a bolt-on style throttle cable to the firewall. You see that? And this is like a press-in plastic one via Honda. So I'm thinking if we shade this down, make a little bracket that holds it in place, we should be good to go. I want to be able to start this thing with the key, which we can. I want to be able to actuate the ITBs with the throttle, and I want to be able to hear the induction noise over the exhaust by the end of this video. That's the goal. Let's get to it. Could drill a bigger hole in the firewall to make this press in, but I'd rather modify the cable instead of the chassis. Let's see if we can make this fit in here. If I can get this thing in here. 15 millimeters, sick. 15 mils. Big Steve! Happy birthday to you!
Yo!
Happy birthday, dear Stevie World.
Happy birthday to you. Gabagoo for lunch. Thanks, guys. My boy. Love you, kid.
Oh, you know that?
Spoon, I love you, man.
Everyone make sure you go wish Stevie it'll be a little bit later, but make sure you wish Stevie a happy belated. Right here. As far as going on the pedal, most of the time it's literally just like most 80s and 90s cars at least, there's like a slip on like this onto the pedal, so you can kind of always just wedge them in there with something. Worry about that one after. Right now, shove that in there, and this should fit into the, okay, look at that, we're hitting this, so we gotta trim that now. It slips in the hole, but now look at, nothing holds it in place, all right? You could zip tie it. I'm kidding, I'm not gonna do that.
Get a zip tie.
Honestly, you can zip tie, that thing ain't moving. This, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna make a bracket that holds that in place, that bolts it down. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Big bracket, guys. I'm gonna freehand this one. A little bit of cardstock.
A little bit of arts and crafts.
Look at that focus. Look at that. That's a good cut. All right, a little something like that. Hold it in place. I like that, Austin. That looks so fucking stupid. Whatever. Real rough fit. It's rough, gross, ugly. Now let's massage it into a pretty shape. There it is. I basically should have took a 12 millimeter wrench and drilled a hole in it, right? I was looking at it, I was like, it's funny. But this is just to hold the cable to the firewall. I drilled the hole in the right place, look at that, out of me. There she is, that's it. So then we take this, put it in there.
That's a big deal, James.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Attached to the pedal.
Cool, not too bad. Let's hook it on the pedal and see if it works. Too damn tall.
Oh, there's no door bar in the way. You can't blame it on anything.
That's got a big head, I guess. Right there.
Yeah, full throttle it. You're good.
Oh yeah.
That's sick. Ready? Foot. Feels good. One more thing that communicates the chassis to the drivetrain. This has such a short throw pedal. Partial throttle might be a little interesting, but hey.
Is it?
It's a race car, right?
It's gonna
Is it
check
smooth
your
on the pedal though?
It is, but we'll see how the engagement is, how like
Yeah, exactly.
it looks.
it is.
Yeah, it looks pretty linear, and with a short throttle throw like that,
It'll be touchy.
I'll just have to, you know, you have to do the Honda putt. With the
Just
clutch.
drive with the clutch.
Drive with the clutch. Drive like a Honda.
Drive like
You know. On some more fun stuff, the exhaust, right? You guys have seen us put together many exhausts, right? We have a process, right? Get from A to B in the most efficient way possible. But for this, we're gonna do it the same as we always do. Only difference is we're gonna try and fit a resonator in here, good spot, and a muffler, because I want this thing to not be super loud.
Good tone.
Good tone. We want a good tone. So one of the weird things is with engine swaps, right? Putting the exhaust on the opposite side a car was made for an exhaust, right? That could be an issue. You got to think about this when you're swapping an engine, right? So the Corollas, the 4AG, the exhaust was on this side. So the chassis was actually made to have the exhaust go all the way down this side, I believe, right? Yeah, 4AG.
Toyota don't sleep, so.
Yeah, Toyota don't sleep. It's almost symmetrical underneath, which is really cool. So we have this indent here, which is a really good spot to fit our resonator. Come over here. Only weird thing is it's a solid axle. It's this is my first solid axle car.
Same.
So we had to mock up the sway bar, which we still need mounts for, and I have the suspension loaded right now, so we know, because we're not going to go over it, right? It's too tight. We're going to go under the axle. I was told by a lot of A6 guys go under the axle, some guys go over, under. So we got to be tight on that, and then boom, fit a muffler here. We also have to account for the drive shaft, which I don't have yet, so I made a fake drive shaft. Took a 3-inch tube, because I think it's going to be, yeah, smart, right? We got a vibrant, ultra quiet resonator right here. Spoon taped up so it doesn't get scratched up. But we're so lucky that we actually have room for this thing. Somewhat. Spoon will make it fit, but like imagine if this was just flat, like it should be. Plenty of room, which is sick. So I'm super grateful we could fit a resonator on this thing. And then picking a muffler is that's always a hard choice. That's preference. Some guys like a fat tip, some guys like a skinny tip.
This car is different.
Different.
It has to fit the car too.
It has to fit the car too. Some cars like like Euro cars, they like dual tips, I think, like little dual tips. So like I don't know, some cars want a big old fart can. I love fart cans, I'm not gonna lie.
The one on the Chaser looks, but it fits the car perfect.
Perfect. I'm a racer, I like fart cans. But for this, it's an 80s car, it's an 86, so I kind of felt like going with a more of a, a little different than when we usually do it. I think it fits the car really well. Oh, whatever, get my grubby fingers on it. No, it actually fits the bumper pretty good. We didn't think it would.
Yeah, no, I like that. It fits the car.
It fits the car, right?
Yeah.
Good?
Like right here, yeah, it fits the car.
I thought this was a good choice. I was very pumped on this one. So we went back and forth on a lot of different mufflers, but I thought it worked. So should do us good. Step numero uno, flex. Talk about it every time because it's so important. People forget the flex. So after your manifold, put a flex in it, or else you're gonna have a bad time. Eventually. Not at first, but eventually. Especially if you're like me and you suck at drifting and go off track all the time.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Right now, oh, I can't see. He's tacking on the resonator. I'm worried. I'm really worried about what this thing's gonna sound like. It's gonna sound like a Honda.
It doesn't sound good.
It's gonna sound. It's just funny. It's gonna be funny because it's like a Subaru engine. Almost. It's like everyone knows that sound. Hopefully, it sounds like a good Honda because the spectrum is pretty wide. That looks beautiful. I'm hyped on that. Good welds.
All right.
Spoon, should we start it? Should we start it with just the resonator? Come on!
You're already starting to jump the gun. Chill the fuck out. I don't want to hear it.
You don't want to
until
hear
it's
it. Okay, okay. We're gonna wait.
Final product.
done. Patience.
I tried, guys. I tried. I wanted.
Woosah.
I was gonna suggest earlier we started with the header so we can get the
Well,
difference.
we started with the header. We'll pull that clip back up. Ready? Open headers. Right up. Not good. Now with the resonator.
Not gonna happen.
Spoon would just walk out. Sorry, I'm excited. Big chunky resonator. I want to start it so bad. I tried, guys.
I'm interested to hear a good sounding Honda for once. Please take offense to that, because your car probably sounds like shit. I would know. I used to have one.
Spoon won't let me start it right now.
Why?
See? That's the scariest death eye I think has ever been.
I can take them. I'll fucking start it right now.
Paw.
We gotta nudge him.
Sit. Give me paw. Other paw.
Listens to Steve. I can do it better. DJ, sit. Sit, DJ. Paw. Other paw. Lay down. See, Luke? Like that. Like that. Oh, got that.
Such a good boy.
All right, big stage has been accomplished. The first V-bend. All right.
3/4 of the exhaust is done.
I know. It's fucking looks awesome, and it's fully welded too, which is sick. So, Spoon put a V-band disconnect at the rear axle, which is really nice. It's really nice to have a V-band in front of the subframe or in front of the axle, if you can, because then if you have to work on your rear end, you don't have to take the whole exhaust off. You just got to drop.
Serviceable.
Serviceability.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
I welded it in sections just to make it easier to back purge and move around.
Can we start it with it like this?
No.
Okay, I tried.
Couple cuts and a couple welds.
I know. I'm just so excited for this. Looks beautiful, dude. Yeah, this looks so good. See, when I have to pull the rear end out, just take that off. Love that. It's a good pick. I'm glad we went with this one.
Yeah.
It just seems, I don't know why it seems right, but it seems right. Spoon calculating heavily.
Of course I forgot the marker.
Get the protractor. Spoon tractor. That doesn't sound right. Nice. Good pipe layer, huh?
Good piper.
From down here it looks cockeyed like a motherfucker.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm going off the vibrant stamp, so they might have stamped the tip wrong. That's a little crooked. It's okay, you know?
I can't see it from here.
Yeah, that's not bad. A little left, you know.
That's a good looking tip.
Still a little crooked. Nah, that's not bad. That's sick. Good tip.
Good tip.
Good tip. Good tip?
Good tip.
Good tip. Good tip. Good tip.
Great.
Good tip?
Solid tip.
Yo, shut up for a second!
Idiot!
This is the one thing we do tack on the car though, because there's too much room for movement. And weld it, they will be crooked. Tip will be in the passenger seat.
Contacts apart suck.
Contacts bar sucks. Big fabricator guy. Weld it, hurry, weld it. Nice little axle back. Fire. How's it gonna sound, bro? Oh, nice, right? Alright, we're welded up. So obviously, there still needs to have hangers on the exhaust, but we don't need hangers to hear it.
Nah. Hangers and O2 bung, I'll do them all.
Yeah, we do gotta do the O2 button for the wideband. We're still doing it by smell right now. But we can finally hear it. Almost, I mean, everything in the engine bay is done. I'm waiting on a serpentine belt.
You gotta wait for the belt.
I'm literally a serpentine belt away from like everything in the engine bay basically done, which is pretty crazy to think about. Can't run it for super long, but we could hear it. That's all that matters. And I don't think my brain can comprehend hearing this noise come from this car.
I don't know what to expect.
I don't know what to expect either.
Neither do I.
That's cool.
Let's find out.
That says a lot.
Let's find out.
Let's find out. Let's fuck around. Can't wait to actually hear the ITBs. Whoa, whoa. Woohoo! Well, that bitch still hot.
Real hot.
So good, dude.
All day. All fucking day.
Welded on the last moment. It'll always get you. Just burnt my tongue in a hot pocket.
That's worse.
I don't think that's the same.
No, that's worse. If you know, you know that's worse.
First bite, ice cold. Second bite. Look at this. Temp hangers. Love this. So another good point that is thought over is all your little finger grease like this, right? All these hot pocket fingers on here. If you once the exhaust gets heat in it, that's gonna burn in there. So if you don't want your exhaust to look all gross, especially like your muffler and stuff, you know, good tip. We don't want to ruin it. Steal some of your mom's isopropyl from the, you know, everyone's mom got isopropyl in the cabinet.
Under the sink.
Under the sink. Especially your manifold. That's a good angle. That's gonna be the thumbnail.
Be trying to teach you, dog.
It might not be a Honda, but I got a spoon exhaust. It's beautiful. Can we talk about how beautiful? Like, look at the efficiency of it. It's a pretty exhaust, dude. You learn to appreciate the efficiency in bends. You know, I've had a lot of custom exhausts. I've been through this process a lot.
Time to wake up.
I think this is the moment we've been waiting for since we even thought about this project, right? At least once we finally pulled the trigger on ITBs, then we're just like, damn, we really need to hear this thing. Full 3-inch exhaust. We have a resonator in the middle, little muffler in the back. How much quieter it will be, who knows? But I just want to hear some induction noise because it's been too loud to even hear the ITBs make that good old suck, you know? Only thing is we don't have a wideband in it, we don't have coolant in it, so it's not really tuned for shit, so it might sound a little bit different once we actually get it running better.
It's still a good idea.
Oh no, we're still gonna rev it out because whatever. 24 K24 piston 156 head, 3.2 drag cartels. TF Works manifold, spoon exhaust. It feels sick to be in here just pushing buttons and shit.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here, you got battery.
We got battery? This is dope to actually be in here. You ready? I don't know if I'm ready. Alright. It's quiet. It's quiet. You hear it? It's weird to hear the ITB. It's really over enriched, yeah.
Yeah, it's wait till tomorrow. I'll put a white band in it tomorrow.
Where's my laptop? Give me my laptop. Oh my god. It's sick how quiet it is. I mean, it's kind of weird to hear this car quiet. Man, that's a good feeling because it like solidifies the drivetrain. You know what I mean? That's how I feel when you find that full exhaust. It sounds good. It's gonna scream at high RPMs.
Yes.
But I feel like that's just like the spirit of the car, right? Which we're trying to keep here.
The intake is definitely going to be louder than the exhaust, which is cool.
Yeah. Good. That's what we want. That's the 86 spirit there. Please, that's what I think of when I think of 86s. So, oh, we got a little exhaust leak up there. We don't know what it is, but we're gonna find out. But it's gonna be a touchy throttle. I mean, we got 67mm throttle bodies, so it's like not the most street car set of throttle bodies, but I'll get crafty. We'll make it work. But we should be full throttle anyways, right? wild. Induction noise, all there. Did you get that one? This poor thing, I shouldn't be doing this to this car.
Nah, that's how you break them in, dog.
That's how you break them in.
That's how they know they're in for abuse.
Oh yeah. Right, you gotta work hardening.
Yeah, set the boundary. Like,
That's it.
this is the easiest it's gonna get.
Oh, that's it. We got some tuning to do, but I'll figure it out quick. It's gonna be fun. This thing, it's got life in it. Sitting here in the driver's seat, wow.
Hear all the intake.
How's it sound back there? Wow. Let me hear it. Oh! It's a hug. Well, I think it's honestly everything we want it to be. Like, nice and calm at idle. You could probably cruise around, it won't be too annoying. But high RPMs, it's gonna scream. And we get all the induction noise. They're watching the clip of the flame, they're funny. It's like the most, like, obviously it's not a 4AG, but I think we're doing a good job retaining the heart and the style of it.
We nailed it. We're not even done.
Yeah, stage one is pretty good so far. We still gotta try the damn thing and hope that all works out, but I have high hopes. It fucking sounds sick. I'm pumped. Sounds like a Civic.
I don't know what it sounds like yet.
We don't know what it sounds like until we hit eight grand. Then we'll know what it sounds like.
First time to crack VTEC.
Cracks VTEC ITBs, we could actually hear the damn ITBs. It's gonna be wild. Well, if you guys have ever stood in front of a beams with ITBs, you're like, it's wild. I can imagine this is gonna have very similar.
Next week, maybe.
It's a K24 too. We got displacement, dog. Displacement. Poor trans. Doesn't know what's coming to her. At least she won't make much torque, so just got that. Not bad. Nice work, spoon. All right. Well, she has a full exhaust. Now we need to get the drive shaft in. Finish putting the diff again. Finish putting the diff together, which you guys have yelled at me about that crush washer. We'll explain it later on. Thank you guys. Then we could fluids.
Bleeding fluids.
It's a damn serpentine belt. I had a special order serpentine belt. It's still coming in. Once the belt's in, we can actually let it idle, and like then we could let it idle, let it warm up, and then beat on it. But you never. Yeah, we've all been here. Whatever. It's a good time. And test drive, dyno test drive.
Test drive, alignment, dyno.
Yeah. Next week will be good. It'll be a good week. For now, I'm gonna ride this victory because it was a good one. So, hope you guys are pumped on it. I hope you guys liked all the noises she made because I am so excited, and it was just like one more step of motivation to finish the project. And well, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And Spoon.
Have a good night.